The first week I was at Wheaton High School, I asked the principal for a day off to go to the march. And fortunately, he was the kind of person who would support that kind of thing. And he encouraged me to do that because he saw it as a historic event, and I was one of his history teachers. I grew up in a small town in Southern Virginia. There was 5,000 people. I was in segregated schools from 1st through 12th grade. I went to Duke University in 1959. Duke was segregated at that time. A lot of people don't realize that many of the universities in the South were also segregated. It was almost like there was an institutional thing that certain parts of your life were segregated. Schools were one, churches were another, restaurants were another, movie theaters, that kind of thing. While I was at Duke, a lot of the emphasis of student movements there was to integrate the restaurants and the movie theaters, and I was a little bit involved in that at Duke. The first thing that hit me was the fact of the matter that there were hundreds of thousands of people. It was an exciting event, and I managed to get up fairly close by squeezing around and in through the crowd. There was a sense that this was the beginning of something historically. You know, there'd been some breakthroughs in the South, and now people were sort of almost like coming out of the closet to be involved with civil rights. The program included Mariam Anderson, a famous singer. There were some good speakers, like John Lewis was there, and of course it all built up to the speech that Martin Luther King gave at the end of the event. It was a full day. And the kinds of things that were being said, not just by Dr. King, but by some of the other speakers as well. Walter Reuther was there as well as one of the union leaders, were all things that were very different from the kind of rhetoric we had heard before that this was a real turning point towards something different. And I think the crowd felt that and picked up on the fact that this was a history-changing kind of event, that they were involved in something that was going to be in the history books.